Anyway, guys,
How you doing?
got your warrant cards, please.
Just going to let you know I'm recording audio and video. It's to gather evidence in case you're unlawful anyway. I just want to ask you today, are you on your oath of office?
What do you mean by that?
Are you on your oath of office
Are you
today,
serious?
officer?
Are you serious?
No, I'm just asking what you mean by that.
Well, are you acting on your oath of office? Are you going to stand on your oath of office today? Because under your oath of office, you have to, adhere to our fundamental human rights and use discernment. So we just want to make
obviously
sure...
we will treat you to your human rights.
I just want to make sure you're on your oath of
no, we get
office,
that,
and I'd just like to take your name and your numbers before we talk.
So I'm PC Griffiths 30213.
Thank you very much.
PC Fro 30513.
Sorry, say again.
PC Fro 30513.
All right, can I see your identity as well, please?
Yeah, do you want to see my warrant card?
Yes, thank you.
Sorry, what was your name again?
Fro.
Fro.
Fro, yeah.
Fro.
So there's my warrant card.
I won't film that, but thank you very much.
So PC Griffiths 30213.
Yeah, thank you very much, David. And thank you very much, Ashley. Thank you.
So what's going on today then?
We're seizing the building. Do you want to speak to this gentleman here? This would be the perfect guy to speak to. No, he's going to tell them what's...
We're common law standing in Chester, supposedly working in unison with practical lawful dissent. Article 61 has been invoked, and over the nation now, law-abiding citizens are now seizing public buildings which have been usurped from us by the legislative government, which is not a lawful government. Common law is the law of the land. We stand under common law. Today, we have chosen this building because this building is supposed to be a public library. A public library belongs to the people. It's paid for by the people, and therefore it should not be usurped and placed into a commercial profit-making organisation. It belongs to the people. The people pay for it. So what we've done today, we've taken control of this building under Magna Carta 1215, which is our rights to do so as a law-abiding citizens. And what we want to do today is also use this opportunity to liaison with the police in a public building, which we have the right to be. No one has the right to remove us from this building unless we are committing a crime. If there's a crime, there has to be a victim. So we've done nothing wrong today. We've been very respectful. We've come in. We did what the owner said. We sat down, only to be met with a
standoff.
Hostile.
We got on with video as well. Very hostile
very
security
hostile
guard.
attitudes towards us in a public building which we paid for.
And they're impersonating police
And they're
officers.
impersonating police officers. We felt totally intimidated. Not only this happened last week, wasn't it?
Yeah, last week.
When we came as a group, just as a day out, they tried to force us to wear masks, where there is no law in this land that says we have to wear the masks. Even if the government brings out a bill that says we have to do so. Because under Magna Carta, we have nothing to do with legislation. Legislation is not law. Government cannot make law. Yeah, we already have the law. And again, I'll say it again, it's Magna Carta 1215. And so therefore, we have the right to come in a building which we paid for, without harassment, without having to be made forced to wear masks, come in and enjoy the facilities, not have to put up with a bar with blaring music. If I wanted to come in and educate myself, that's what public libraries are for, education and the recreation of that comfort in peace and quiet. Instead, we came in here to be harassed, to be forced to wear masks. We got music, as you can hear now, blaring away, because some cognitive abilities can't learn with music going on. That's why libraries are quiet. Yeah? You have a choice. You can wear headphones, and then nobody else has to listen to it. But listen to that now. How can I listen? How can I learn with that going on? Yeah. These are the points I'm making out.
We want to know what's happened to our public library. It's been sold off, so we want the deeds back.
The public library now is in a private building, being run as a business, which is totally unlawful. Yeah, and we want to know why our public library has been usurped and placed in this situation, and why it isn't in a public building where none of these harassments exist. And that's the main reason we come here. Also, we also are in acknowledgement of the high treason that the government has committed through the decades, going back from 1973, when Ted Heath and his co-conspirators caused high treason by trying to sign us into the European Union, which is high treason. So everybody in the nation now who's standing under Magna Carta 1215, which Article 61 was invoked, has sent notices to all the ministers in Britain who are acting as Crown agents. The Queen is our head of state. She serves the people, which the police officers are supposed to, as constables, swear an oath to the Queen to serve the people, therefore that you work for us, not the other way round. Sorry? Partial to policy, yeah. Under Magna Carta Protocol. And so therefore, I've forgotten where I was now, sorry about this.
So pretty much, with treason's been going on for a long time now. We're not just talking about the 70s, we're talking
Yeah,
about
can you turn the
the creation
music
of Parliament and government. So
Turn the music off, please.
Yeah, can you turn the music down, please? We're in a public building.
strictly prohibits that. It prohibits all foreign intervention and all treason. So when we're talking about an original treaty that strictly prohibits the things that have happened, and the things that have been prohibited have happened, we're actually talking about the creation of Parliament and government as being really the first kind of point of the birth of treason. With it being the point and the birth of treason, and legislation coming from treason, and us having an open declaration of treason being declared, and an invocation of clause 61, which is our anti-treason clause, all acts and statutes that come from that treason HQ are null and void. So we're all here to restore the rule of law.
We're actually breaking the law if we don't do this.
Which puts
We
me back
have
on
a duty.
which has put me back on
And
track.
you have a duty too.
Because of the blaring music, I was tracked off. That's fantastic, thank you. So we've come here today with demands for the arrest of Chief Inspector Gareth Wrigley, who is now Superintendent, we believe, Gareth Wrigley, and Chief Inspector Ankers, I believe, who's taken on the role of Chief Inspector, which we have put him on notice as well. So he knew about the acts of treason, he's done nothing about it, he's not got in touch with us, he's not given me any reason whatsoever to say...
He's not rebutted it, so he's basically agreeing with us.
In law, what is not rebutted is not denied. Yeah, that's in law. So that he's committed high treason by not doing that. Anybody in denial of common law, it's sedition by common law, and it carries full asset stripping and life imprisonment. Yeah.
This is what the police need to realise now, because if you're on the wrong side of the law, well,
I'll take off you a bit.
Now,
basically, you're in the wrong jurisdiction.
So your superintendent's committing crimes on you by making you suffocate yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's just taking your health.
I'm wearing this by choice.
Right, that's fair
No,
enough.
it's not by choice, by coercion. You believe there's a virus through media manipulation. You believe there's a virus that masks protect.
I understand you don't have to wear them in public. I chose to wear this today.
No, but you. Why wasn't you wearing it 5 years ago?
Exactly.
Was you cover?
So your purpose here now is what we're trying to do is to educate you, as the gentleman just said there. You are being cursed into criminal acts now just by being here.
Are you following an action statute?
You think we're joking? You better think again, because if you don't bring Gareth Wrigley here, because we're not moving. If you don't bring Gareth Wrigley here,
Treaties, with constitutions, everything that we can back up, we can back it up with black and white.
then we're going to put you on arrest under the PACE Act 1984.
I can see your long-term goal with this, and your short-term is obviously the music, the bar here. Like you said, this is a private venue.
No, it's a
It's owned by the council. Owned by the council, which is. Can you let me finish, please? So it's owned by the council, which is rented to a private company.
It's supposed to be a public.
So it's owned by the
Hold on. Let him speak, and then we'll speak again afterwards. Let him
Thank
speak.
you.
Right, let him speak.
So it's private company, and the manager has asked you to leave.
We're not leaving.
It's a licensed premises, and they do have the powers to do that.
No, you don't. This is a public.
Whether you agree with it or not,
Right,
that's
can I speak to you now, please, sir?
Yeah.
Right, so basically you're out of your jurisdiction. You stand under the Maritime Admiralty Law, which is law of the sea. You're out of your jurisdiction here. We have more authority than both you two and the rest of your force. And we can prove this, and we can make citizens arrest too. So we're trying to educate and we're trying to get you guys on board to see sense. There's been mass fraud and corruption. This is medical fraud, this is economic fraud. Right, we have more authority. We are living men and women. We don't stand by our birth certificates. You're out of your jurisdiction. We stand on the common law, universal law, which is law of the land. You are working, and as an officer, and we respect you guys, and you've got that uniform and you have no rights. You have obligations and roles, and that is it. Right, hold on. So you're out of your jurisdiction here. Are you going to help us or are you going to leave? Because if you're not going to help us, we'd rather you left.
We'd love you to help
At the
us.
moment, I want to ascertain why you're here. And,
Right,
yeah,
just
what's going on.
trying to explain to you.
Obviously, I've only heard one side of it. I want to hear your side of it.
We're here
That
today.
is our
Right,
side.
But
right,
I want to
let
speak
him
to one
speak then.
person rather than a few
One at a
people.
time, let's
Right.
all speak one at a time, yeah?
461 has been
Let's keep
indicated
this
since
civil.
23rd of March 2001. So we've literally been living in an open declaration of treason now for 20 plus years. Like, we shouldn't have been living in it for half an hour. Treason should have been declared and we should have restored the rule of law to this country. And we should have been living in peace. That hasn't happened. The usurpation has continued and a complete erosion of our rights has happened. And now we're here today, 20 years into an open declaration of treason to get everybody else to join us in it, you included.
The government's lying to us. You
No,
guys
you
are lying to us.
Right, one person at a time again.
You take your oath under?
Pardon?
Common law.
Common law, you swear your
Common
oath.
law.
You swear
When
your
you
oath. Do you want me to read your oath out to you?
Common law, law of the land.
We're all under oath.
You were meant to be on our side. You work for the public. That's how it works.
The police do work for the public.
There you go.
That side, I completely agree with.
So, as you can see, there's no breach of the peace here. We are peaceful and lawful.
Yeah.
You know, we're trying to do something that's respectful to you guys, to everyone else. We're sticking up for everyone's rights, including you. Like, the government has been lying to you. Your superiors are lying to you.
You've got ethylene oxide on your face.
You've got ethylene oxide.
So, if you're being, obviously, like you say, you're being peaceful here and you're not causing any issues, I'll step outside and I'll pass that update. As long as you're not causing any issues to other members of the public, we agree. I have no issues.
Lawful men and women in the Commonwealth. Right here, right now.
Yeah,
Right.
And we need you to bring the chief inspector in
Men
as
and
well.
women here.
We're going to be your answer to the building in a minute as well.
You're
So you want
responsible
to be
for
present for that.
Right.
We're going to be we're going to be auditing the building.
We need to
Part
sorry,
of
what
our
does that
public
entail?
building. Again, it's just taking note of what's in the building, making sure the fire exits are all working and not chained off and stuff. And then also we need to see the documents with regards to the ownership of this business, the corporation that's been used in the public building. That's all.
Obviously, I think it's a bit intimidating with all of
No,
you.
no, don't get intimidated.
If one of you want to go speak to the manager about that, that's fine.
We expect you to stand alongside us if we do that.
Right,
One of you, not a big group, because that is intimidating for them.
Okay.
No, it's fine. We're not being aggressive.
One of you can go after that, but I can't say they're going to do it.
Can I just say something? So now he's presented you the stuff. What is it you want to achieve with the chief
What we want
inspector?
now is for you, because you're responsible now, because we put you on
we've
notice.
put you on notice
You've
now.
got to bring Chief Inspector Gareth Wrigley here now.
'Cause now, if you don't act on what we've asked you to do, you could be held personally responsible in your personal capacity in a common law court with 12 of my peers, and you won't be able to hide behind the police force. It'll be you as as the living man, and you as a living woman. And if you read back on your officer constable, if you read back on it, I've got it right now. I can show you if you want. You are classed as an independent individual, so you can be held liable, and you won't be able to hide behind the uniform. Under that uniform, you have no rights. If you took that uniform off, you have exactly the same rights as us. But under that uniform, all you have is obligations and roles, and that's what you have to stick to. So now we have given you something to go to your chief inspector with. If you do not act on that, now we've got your name and your details, we can hold you personally responsible in a common law court, and that is the plan. We're trying to get you guys on board, but we're giving everyone 2 weeks now. Anyone that doesn't get on board and start helping with this lies, this corruption, you're going to be classed as complicit.
And have a guess what we've got over there, what we've just found, the common law court.
This is not nonsense. We're trying to get you guys.
So can we just address the first bit where if you want to go speak to the manager, I'll take one of you there. You can talk to him yourself. You can understand that if they can show you.
We prefer the manager to come here. He can go and sit at the bar.
We need to.
They are intimidated by the big group. I'll have to facilitate more than one talking, but not all
the rest of
that.
the group will move over the way. A couple of them are going to speak to the manager with you guys over there.
One person speaks to one person.
Well, there's no person.
There's only people. There's only people. Persons is a legal
Person, people, whatever you want to identify it as. One individual.
Alright, so as long as we can see our individual, our people.
Yeah, I don't expect them to go.
That's fine. Yeah, we'll sort
You
that
pick
out.
someone and I'll come back.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Everything we're saying to you is the truth.
You're shedding and passing on.
You can't be held
All I ask
responsible.
from you guys, obviously, don't disturb other people not involved in it. And I'm happy with that. I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying that's all I'm asking.
I've recorded audio and video of everything,
Same.
and we had something when we first come in, and we extinguished the situation. The security guy was quite rude. I've got that as well. And I said, look, let's start again. Let's all calm down. We spoke to the public. They understood what we were here for, and they accepted it. So
I mean, if everyone's
that's
respectful
what
and
we're
calm,
doing. That's what we're doing.
we can do a lot
Look at us now talking to you guys. We're not
Even if you don't,
halfway, are we?
well, if you don't recognise our laws, as long as you're calm, compliant like that.
But this is the thing, we do recognise your laws. So acts, statutes and legislation is not real law, it's fictional law. It's based on maritime...
Regardless, as long as you're calm like that, there's no issue.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm happy to converse with you.
Thank you very much.
But obviously, you can understand for the manager, it's intimidating with a big group of people when they don't understand what's going on.
That's fair enough.
And it'd be the same with you if loads of us were around one of you. 100%.
You can take these off while you're talking to us, though, if you want to.
I'm happy to wear it. But I appreciate
We've had
it.
this situation where we've been in this situation and the police haven't been respectful and they've been aggressive, which is why there's more of us.
I'd rather talk to you, and as long as there's no offences going on, I'm happy. And yeah.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Right,
Thank you very much. All right, thank you very much.
You could see them melting, that girl especially was going. Yeah. Well done, mate.
Wonderful stuff, brother. Wonderful stuff.
We're
all brilliant.
Well, we can all go now.
A lot more eloquent than I
But you know what? Being aggressive is what we do on the street now. When we're trying to get on side, we need to stay peaceful. That's how we win this. If we don't win it this way, we take it to the streets and beat the fuck out of everything. That's simple. That's what we stand up. Until then, take it properly.
Thank you for coming all this way down. I would have asked them questions and asked, where's my contract to wear them?
But we just give them enough to think about. Like, now they know they can be out just want to know.
Do you want
That's what I asked.